We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Rodgers going to come out throwing. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
To avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A little juke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Travis Kelce, 36 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gibson again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really have no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Pierce gets this one running right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Rodgers to the right side. It's Kelsey. And in for the Steelers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. This one left side caught by Gibson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And first down there on a pickup at 25.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, a 14-3 ball game. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They go again with Pierce. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They toss it to Warren. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now Austin. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Warren will try the right side.
Oh, what a move.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On second down, here's Rodgers.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 44-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go play action with Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action now. Wilson. And they'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it, the bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Austin. Stays on his feet. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Pushes him over. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down, Pittsburgh.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Rodgers.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers going to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Steelers are pouring it on. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it. Watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The owner's happy with that one.
3rd and 9 here. Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This 2nd and 4. Another carry for Pierce.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Pierce now up the middle.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense as they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A handoff for Warren. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Kelce, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Able to slither by and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Pierce on the counter. Gets through, and now an opening. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you.